Hey guys, welcome back to the Three Blocks Down podcast. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Um, I'm super happy to be here, and today I'm joined by my two wonderful co-hosts. We got our boy, the main man, this guy right here,
On
this
my
guy, Jacob.
on my
We got
screen.
Jacob.
on,
Like on my screen, he's to my left. This guy.
on my screen, you guys are just pointing off the screen. Who's that,
this
bro?
I
this
think the
guy.
main man part should have given it away, okay?
Yeah.
I'm clearly not the main man.
We all
It's alright. It's okay. It's alright. We got the main man, Jacob here.
Yes, sir, Jacob, otherwise known as Panda Online.
This guy.
And
And what up? I'm Toby.
last but not least, we got our main man, big man downtown, the wonderful dreadlocks.
Redlocked. Oh
Or,
no.
Probably not dreadlocks. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. We got Toby.
What's up, guys? Again.
How has your guys' weeks been? Tell us about any news.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, I don't got a whole lot. I got double confirmed that I'm in this summer program for my school. So I don't know if I talked about it on here last time, but my bill has been paid for the summer program. So I guess I just gotta talk to my housing people at my campus to see where I'm gonna be living, because that's gonna be a pain in the ass. Because they like to move people around campus for maintenance, and I don't want to move my stuff around. So
Well, even with the annoying part, congratulations.
yes.
Hell yeah.
I don't really got anything else. Toby, what about you?
Yeah, I was just gonna say not too much. Mostly just been doing school. Got a 195 out of 200 on one of my papers recently, so we out here balling.
Let's go.
It's a good feeling. But really not too much going on other than that. It's like right entering the stretch of finals week, so I've really just been doing school this week. Jacob, you got anything interesting going on?
Honestly, just running my business as usual. Been super duper busy. I was actually pretty much 40 minutes late to our filming time today because customers were calling me. So that's what I've been dealing with all week.
Oh, man.
So none of us are doing anything interesting, is what I'm
Nothing
hearing. We're all just
interesting.
fucking lame, either doing school or working. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What terrible content creators we are. We should be fucking skydiving and
Honestly,
doing insane shit. Come on now.
we should see, how many times it takes us to get a win on Fortnite with a certain gun. Like some YouTubers.
Some YouTubers.
That's true. That's true.
Back in the day.
Some
Canada
YouTubers.
Brisket.
Not gonna name names, but one of these guys over here.
One of these guys in this direction.
Yeah, something
Exactly.
like that. I heard one of those guys also ditched Fortnite for some reason, and that actually brings us perfect into what we're going to talk about today: the gaming world.
Oh, what a transition!
Oh, what a beautiful!
What a
transition!
transition! Oh my
You
God.
can tell we haven't done
Just
this for very long.
Wow.
Oh my
Good thing
God.
no one ruined that. Oh, that's such a good transition. Clap it up. Clap it up for my boy.
Thank you. But
Don't collapse.
today we're not talking about anything specific into the gaming world, but if you guys don't know, all three of us have been gaming since we could pretty much remember, at least of my knowledge for you guys. I don't want to speak for you, but we're just going to be talking about gaming today.
Playing Just Dance in '08 was crazy.
Just Dance. Oh no. Why was that something like every teacher would play during study hall?
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, turn on a Just Dance video," and then
Everything is pirated on YouTube. Duh.
that's true. That's true. I guess better than just sitting there.
Doing Rasputin in the middle of history class.
Oh. Oof. I just turned my phone on vibrate. I forgot, like, during a couple... Like, these headphones, I hear everything when I'm editing. I have, like... Literally, okay, side note, but these headphones are amazing. They have, like, settings to where you can set them from like gaming to editing videos, like everything. So I put them on my editing mode, and I can hear each little microscopic sound. And people were texting me, and you could hear my phone go off in the background. So headphones users could definitely hear my phone. So
Oh,
I
bruh.
just turn it on silent.
Just every occasion.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
shame.
I
For
know,
shame.
I know. I failed.
It's okay. I
But
don't
Well,
think
did you
anybody
guys?
noticed.
probably not.
I was gonna start us off, just to get on the gaming
Sure.
subject. I was gonna start us off with like first consoles, because I don't know about you
Mm.
guys, but like I had a distinct first console. Um, Unlike most people, maybe actually for our generation, I guess it's not that uncommon. But my first device was a Wii. I remember the day our parents got it for us because like our grandparents had a Wii. And we'd always play it at their place, and eventually we were just like, please, please get us one. So yeah, we had a Wii, and I remember that was like the last summer I ever played outside. I think I saw the direct downfall of my chances of being an NFL player. But anyways, no, I remember just
Unfortunate.
loving that Wii, and I played
Unfortunate.
all the classic like Lego Star Wars games and
Yes, dude.
Smash Bros and all that great shit. So like, what
Yeah.
do you guys have a specific memory of your very first console?
I mean, definitely the Wii. I like Wii, the Wii, and I got a 3DS as well when our Wii broke. Like that because my parents or my mom was cleaning and she accidentally ripped the cord, one of the AV cord plugins, and it broke the little pin that was on the little aux pin that was on the end of
Oh
it
Yeah.
no.
off inside the console. You know, this was early like video game internet like starting to boom. So companies weren't really adjusted to fix gaming consoles yet. And so the Wii essentially was just kaput. We couldn't do anything with it. And so originally the Wii had been like my present for Christmas. I don't remember, but like it was sort of like a all for all the kids, but Thomas has last say on whatever type shit. But she was like, "So sorry, we got you a 3DS. It's got Legend of Zelda on it," and I was like, "Legend of Zelda?
That's all a
Fuck
boy
yeah,
needs.
Yeah.
yes!" And then I spent my entire time playing Legend of Zelda, trying to figure out how to getting out of the start area because I'd never played Legend of Zelda before, and so I didn't know how the game worked. And so I'm just little
Yeah,
baby Link in Ocarina of Time, just yep, rolling side to side, trying to figure out how to get out of the fucking start area.
Ah. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and
on a
then
quick
whatever the fucking fairy's name was like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, where are you going? Like, shut up. Fine, I'm done playing the game.
on a quick side note, that reminds me of my experience with I guess this would be my first console. It was a handheld. I had a DS, but I had Pokemon Platinum, and apparently that is like known as one of the hardest Pokemons.
Oh
And
god.
unless I'm tripping, but anyways, similar thing. My experience with Pokemon Platinum, although I loved Pokemon for the longest time, was just like the first 3 hours of the game, and then I would hit a wall and I
Okay, get
couldn't get any farther
away.
because I sucked. And yeah, that was all I knew about Pokemon. It wasn't until I was literally like a senior in high school that I finished it. But
It's
anyways,
whatever. It's whatever.
The my parents are divorced, so I got a taste of both sides. So
okay.
that
Weird
I mean,
flex, but all right.
I got it's the
Just to
truth.
start off the bat, my parents don't love each other. Okay, let's just get that out of the way now.
Just got to be plain and truthful. But that also means it kind of gave me the double opportunity to have different things to play on. So, my mom, I didn't really have anything with my mom, just toys and playing outside until she got together with my stepdad. That's when gaming came into my world. But whenever we were at my grandpa's on my mom's side, I played on his PlayStation 2. So I have a lot of memories on his PlayStation 2, but even more of a flex on my dad's side. My first ever console I played on was a Nintendo 64, if that ages me a little bit. The Nintendo 64 was technically my first console, I know. And then my brother let me play on his PSP. I played a lot of PSP. Grand Theft Auto on there. When I was like 8 or something. That's
Bro,
why.
speaking of, I have a distinct childhood memory. It's like half trauma. My brother was literally, he was leaving for the military. So like this is the last time we were about to see each other for like months. And on the like we all went out on the drive with him. It was a little drive to the airport, but we get there and I was playing on his PSP and I literally dropped it from the car onto the ground and it broke. And so like his final memory of him being with his family before he deployed was fucking my head ass destroying his PSP on the pavement. Just like oh no. I can't remember how old I was. I barely remember it happening.
That's tough. That's tough for him. And you already know
he
did not get a new one.
I know. That was like when PSPs were pretty old too.
Yeah.
That was not a new device.
I should see if my brother still has his PSP. It's been like years. I don't know if he would.
I don't know. I don't think we really see much of the older stuff now. Like there's this guy on TikTok. He sells classic video game consoles and like classic video games, and he runs a whole business out of it.
Not even listening.
I've honestly considered buying like a Game Boy Color from him and playing the OG Pokemons. And it's not even that bad. It's like $120.
I know, but it's so expensive. I got a Flexer.
I got a Relic.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I actually, a little while ago, I bought a what was it? An SNES, and I got a bunch of games for it. Like I got Super Contra, I got Super Castlevania, I got Final Fantasy 6. I think it's labeled as 6, but I think it's like Final Fantasy, or no, it's Final Fantasy 3, but it's actually 6. Anyways, whatever. But like I got a bunch of classic games for it. Like I got Madden and NBA Jam. Anyways, that's just it's so fun. I love the graphics. It's just so pleasing. The pixel graphics are so nice.
Wasn't Walmart selling something like that a little while ago, where you could get like a revamped like Super NES or something like that?
Yeah.
But that's literally just like a device with
like 300 games.
The processing capacity of a USB thumb drive that they're selling for $250 because it's labeled Nintendo. Like I got my SNES working condition, not like perfect.
Sorry.
The person who owned it before was a smoker. That much is obvious. But like I got it working with 2 controllers, and it was like $50 off of eBay. So I'm just saying, take a gander, take a look at the listings first, because the real thing's so much more cool. Being able to like clunk the cartridge in and like flick the power button, so satisfying.
And it not working the first time, so you gotta like blow on the inside plug-in part.
Yeah.
And then it keeps not working, and you find out that one of the free controllers you got with your SNES actually was broken and didn't work. And then you went to your local gaming store because you wanted to support local business, and you bought some controllers, but then those didn't work because they were cheap China ripoffs, and they just glitched out and broke. So then you order another set off of Amazon, and then they get there, and then those finally work. And then one of them you try to unplug, and it just rips the guts out of the cable. So then you have to cut the end off your other cable that you had and fuse them together and then duct tape it. That's the best part, it's just
I love that. That's my favorite part.
Just like the normal experiences you get when you get used hardware.
Everybody does that, right?
Exactly. I'm sure every person that just listened to that was like, "Oh my god, I know that."
That's just the ritual. That's what happens when you get an SNES. It just everything breaks.
But nothing can bring us back to OG gaming world. The old games and the old gaming consoles just have that special feeling, and who knows if it's because we're getting older or what. But I feel like the newer consoles, don't get me wrong, they're awesome with what they can handle, and the new games, some of them are fun, but there's so many misses in the new gaming world anymore.
For real.
I mean, but like that's the thing about like old consoles where there is like a bias because like if you get an SNES, you already know what games are great. Like it's not going to be like when you actually owned an SNES and it was just like, huh, this magazine says this game's good. I'll get it, and then it's just pure shit. Like I'm sure people were just as mad about that stuff as we are now with all like the trifle shit that comes out,
Sound it out.
when there's with new games nowadays. But
no, I
also think we've just
agree.
kind of gotten attuned to it as well. Like we've been so in the new stuff for a while, and stuff just keeps getting better. That we like I went back and tried to play Star Wars Commandos when I was home last, like original Xbox game. I was like, these controls, they're not the same. They're not good. And then
What's
I was
happening to
literally
me?
texting my friend from back here, and I was like, dude, was Republic Commandos always this bad? And he goes, what the fuck are you talking about? Republic Commandos is great. I was like, oh my god, maybe I've just gotten too used to the new stuff. It's killed my appreciation for the old stuff.
nah, that is for sure real because like not so much of like the shoot 'em up games or like NBA Jam's pretty simple, but like playing like the Madden game, it's like Madden 94. Oh my goodness, the controls are tortured. Like I'm trying with all my might. I'm looking online at the controls and I can't even throw a pass. Like it's just like holy shit, they really did not perfect this for a while, did they? Oof. It's pretty rough.
Do you have like any
But
of the old
anyways,
college footballs?
I do. Yeah, I've got same brother who I broke his PSP. I've got his PS2. And so I've got some like I think I got like NCAA basketball and then college football something like 2012 maybe. But either
I'm saying you
way,
should. Some of those stuff for some hot dollars.
I know, but I want to play that shit. The only thing that
I
sucks
know.
is I only
I'm just
have
saying.
I have one controller for it. I need to get another one.
That is something at this point with how the want and honestly need at this point is going up on them. They gotta be passed down generation to generation. Like generations above us always have like, this trinket was from my great 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 grandfather and he died holding it in his hand. Bro, we have Xbox 360s to pass down. I mean, we're a little different now.
Family Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Dude, my Xbox got the red ring of death when they shut down the servers. I was so upset.
Rest in peace, Xbox.
I know.
Yeah, that happened. I had like one of the like it was a hand-me-down, so it wasn't new to me, but it was like the white original 360, like not the slim one.
Yeah.
And I was playing Skyrim and I remember I just leveled up enough. I was like grinding and grinding and grinding. If you play Skyrim, you know what I'm talking about. I just leveled up my blacksmithing enough so that I could make dragon scale armor, which is the best armor, like debatably in the game. And I went to use the bathroom because I just had to celebrate, as you do. And then I came back and it was off. And I was like, Jack, why'd you turn my shit off? Like, that's fucked up. I just leveled up. Turned it back on, red ring of death. It lost I think one of the storage drives in it or hard drives in it just died because half of the saves in my game, including my save for Skyrim, were all just gone. And like half the games that it downloaded were just gone. I was like, oh no. It was so terrible. That made me so sad.
Was this the Xbox that was connected up to the Yoda TV? Or whatever it was?
The Yoda TV.
Yeah, like at your dad's house in that where you had your 360 when I came over. This was a while ago. I don't know. I can't remember. It was like this small ass like TV that we watched Star Wars on or something like that.
Oh, no, not that one. Not that one. That was way
Okay.
earlier. That was like when I was a youngin. When I was just a wee boy.
Small child.
So I remember playing on that, but
I feel like for non gamers, how do we explain that like pain that gamers get whenever your console doesn't save or it actually wants to explode? Like, what would equal the loss of a gamer losing their progress to like a person who doesn't have that hobby?
I guess. I don't know.
Like
that's tough to explain.
all four of your tires popped on your car all at once, and it's not even from nails or anything. It's from something stupid, like overheating from the sun. And then you're still driving, you're on the highway, so then your rims get bent. But then on top of that, for some reason, like a skunk runs right in front of your car while all four of your tires are popped. You hit the skunk, so then your AC vents smell like skunk. I feel like it feels like that.
I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
Yeah.
That might be a bit of a reach. I don't know. I'd say
probably
more like
oh, go, Toby, go.
nah, bro. I'm not talking anymore.
Go.
Alright,
Nah.
alright.
Tired of being disrespected.
You know, it's fine. Me and Thomas.
Shit's
have it.
fucked
Me and
up.
Thomas
Shit's
have it.
fucked up.
All right.
So Thomas.
Anyway,
so
as I was saying, no, I'd compare it to like you go to the DMV and you brought all the documents they told you about, and you get there
Yeah.
and you like wait in line. You get to the front and they're like, "Where's your second piece of mail?" Second piece of mail. You told me I got my passport, I got my ID, I got a piece of mail. I thought that's all we needed. No, you got to have a second piece of mail. Go back home and get a second piece of mail. Oh yeah, by the way, it's 3:59 and we close at 4 o'clock, so you'll have to come by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep, see ya. Like, bruh. That's what it feels like. It's like I just wasted all of my time for no reason. And now I have to go back another time and do it again. Like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Little side
That's
quest.
the exact same feeling.
Little side quests. Speaking of BMVs, when I bought my truck, if you guys remember my truck from last summer, the guy was like, write whatever price you want on there, pay less taxes, whatever, you know, just a kind guy. Is it illegal? Possibly. Are the cops listening to this right now? I don't know. But besides the point, I wrote down like, I looked at the mileage on the truck. I wrote down the mileage. I wrote down everything, okay, for the guy. The guy told me to, and I was like, okay, fine. Well, with the BMV, it's always a hit or miss. You always get someone so chill that's like, ah, man, you're good. But I got this cranky lady that was like, no, I can tell. This is the same handwriting compared to the handwriting you did for the new signature of the new owner. And I'm like, no, he wrote that. She's like, no, I'm taking this to my boss. Like, this is the same handwriting. When the owner of the truck is supposed to write all that mileage down and stuff, this is not okay. And I'm like, is the mileage truck? Like, do you want to check it? Like, all the information matches. She's like, it doesn't matter. It's not the right handwriting. It matches the handwriting of yours. I'm like,
Brother.
Like, me and her went on for probably about 10 minutes till I had to leave and go the next day and just hope I didn't get her again. Because what am I supposed to do? Get a new title? Like, I'm not going to go through that process.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for the side quests. I just had to let my feelings out. Thank you for listening.
Bro, that's just the definition of going to the DMV or the BMV or whatever the hell they call that.
Like,
torture place now.
Is there a DMV?
Yeah, it differs per state. It's just whatever the state wants to call it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that is true. In some places, it is still DMV. Because it's either
from our hometown, it's Bureau.
As I say, the Bureau of Motor Vehicles or the Department of Motor Vehicles. Like, bro, the other, like, the next big console I really remember getting is my Xbox 360. So, like I said, it was that white one, and it was a hand-me-down, and it was not in great shape. But I remember this is, like, right at, like, the peak of like Minecraft popularity. And so my brother and I like they like took us outside to like play with something, and it was I can't remember, it was one of our birthdays. But like we were outside looking at something, playing with something, and then I come back in and I see my brother setting up the Xbox and signing into Minecraft, and I was like, "Holy fucking shit!" Like, dude, we literally did nothing but play Minecraft that entire summer. Like,
Fuck yeah.
oh, that shit was so awesome.
I remember
At
when
the
Minecraft first
peak
came out.
Minecraft.
Yes, peak Minecraft because it was so simple. You barely had to
Yeah.
think, and especially like
You
we
could
were
put all
so young.
protection. You could put all enchantments on everything.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was just it was so fun, and then like sooner or later, once we all got together, once we all kind of figured who each other out more, like that's all we did was Minecraft, 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 Minecraft. Maybe a little Halo if we're doing a sleepover or something. Minecraft, Minecraft, Minecraft.
Especially when I wanted to disobey my parents and play M-rated games.
Yeah.
But they'd ask, "What'd you do at Jacobs?" "Oh, we played Minecraft."
Minecraft? Minecraft. Just
Minecraft.
Minecraft, I swear.
Minecraft.
Mom, I swear. Minecraft.
Well, and
Are you
then
sure you didn't play Crackdown?
fucking
Mom, I swear.
yeah,
No Crackdown, just
dude,
Minecraft.
I got grounded because I played Halo one time at another friend's house,
Man.
and I was having to sleep over there, and literally the other kid that was there, one of our other friends, snitched on me and told his mom that we played Halo at his house, and then his mom told my mom. It's like, bro,
That's
you do me
crazy.
dirty.
Going all
What the
that way
fuck?
out. Like, bro, just let Thomas kill some aliens for a second, man.
Honest, please.
Just let me shoot some aliens, Mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just want to
There's
watch
nothing
their
wrong with
heads
that.
explode. It's okay.
To be fair, like,
Also,
I will say, I'm my mom's first
I
child.
will kill
I was my mom's first child, and then I know Thomas is the oldest as well. Like, the gaming world was a little new to our parents as well, so they're like,
Yeah.
I don't
I'm talking to
know.
strangers on the internet.
Will
They
this
could kill you.
will this affect my
How am I
children?
supposed to make friends? Should I
Which
go play with
said
your
of our
friends outside?
times.
They're on Xbox.
Yeah, they're
Let me
all
play
inside.
Xbox.
So then when we went outside, me and Thomas would just sit on the porch playing like
Yeah,
iPad games.
playing on iPad games.
bro, the OG iPad kids.
Yes, sir. To this day, honestly, like I
I was
hate
a
to admit it, but at the
fiend.
same time, I don't hate to admit it. I am an iPad kid still. To this day, I'm
Oh
22
no.
and
Yeah.
counting. I'm not on my iPad 24/7. It's only when I eat I need something to watch. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Mhm.
Is my iPad kid coming
It's
out? But
because
it's
we
only
grew
when
up
I eat.
watching TV at the dinner table.
And my girlfriend Angie never really had that, like while she grew up. So she's like, "Why are we watching this? Like we could just sit and talk and eat." And I'm like, "Talk while
How
eating?
dare you?
What is this?
Disgusting.
What
How
is
dare you?
this? You're telling me you don't want to watch this 23-minute long YouTube video about two dudes testing random products from the 1970s? You want to talk?"
Weirdo. Weirdo.
Best video ever.
Also, I do want to say real quick, a minute ago I was turned away from my camera, and that's because I was trying to get my
Oh.
dog Lucky to jump up on my lap to say hi to stream, but I guess she was too hyper,
Can't have
and
that.
Oh no.
every time she would jump up, she would like launch herself back and then run around and jump back to me, and then she got her foot stuck on the Ethernet cable, and pretty sure my router's just laying on the ground now.
Oh God.
It's
I was
just
gonna say I had a
tilted
huge
over.
fucking lag spike right there. I don't know if that was that.
So I kind of want to talk about today's gaming world with how this is all my opinion, and I won't name specific games or developers so I don't get sued in the future. But I feel like today's gaming world is so repetitive. I feel like franchises
I
just
agree.
copy and paste video games, and nothing feels new. And I'm gonna only speak good things about this game right now, so I'm gonna say the name of it. But Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, they've been going at it since 2015, and I recently went back to playing to them because they're not trying to just copy and paste another game. They're still doing their own thing. They're still doing their attacking versus defenders and not going to like battle royale, etc. Like it's not copy and paste, make money and move on. That's how I feel like the new gaming world is going. Besides VR, VR is becoming a different world with gaming.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on what you're consuming, because like there are like fine examples of like really great, innovative, like game experiences that you've never seen before. Like a game that I played, or kind of, I played it a little bit, but it was like super cool and like pretty recent actually. It's called like Hyperspace Enforcer. But anyways, it's kind of a weird
Never heard of
game. I think
that.
it's just an indie game, but it's
Okay.
basically like a like 1990s style game where you're like basic like an internet cop in a world where everyone uses
That's
VR
cool.
all the
You
time.
see, and
But like,
that sounds like original and like actually really fun to play, but like my issue is it's not mainstream. Like everyone's just pushing like battle
yeah,
royales, etc. Like they're not pushing those cool games like that. And unfortunately, like all the huge developers that do stay mainstream aren't making games like that. And small like gaming teams and gaming developers, like they make awesome games, but they just can't get it up there to like the top charts.
I would also like to argue, like, not just the small developers, but like big developers too, because we've watched like the decline of like Bethesda
That's true.
and um Ubisoft
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Yeah.
Like now, granted, I thought whatever the space game that they put out recently, Bethesda, I
yeah,
enjoyed that.
I know what you're
I
talking
I
about.
I played and finished that. That was fun. I had a wonderful experience with that. Now, granted, I did get it like the month it came out, so it was still buggy as hell, but I still had a
Yeah,
great time. Now, granted, I didn't get too many. I had a couple like save points lost, and so I just had to go back and do those quests.
Yeah.
But like I never had anything too majorly game breaking, but I remember seeing everything like, oh, people are falling out of the sky in space? Question mark? Because you could like free roam space, but like people were falling out of render boxes and just
Mm.
going into the blank white void. Or people's ships would land and they'd go straight through the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you I think there were a couple upgrades that you could get where you could like teleport back to your ship. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played the game. But like if you teleported to the ship while it was in the ground, you would insta die, and you would just keep spawning you back in the ship and insta dying over and over
oh
again.
no.
That's
And so
it's
like that's a pretty large deal. And
mhm.
we watch Call of Duty as well, kind of gone a steady decline ever
Yeah.
since. I'd probably say Call of Duty World War II. Hell, I'd
Yeah.
argue that I love COD World War II. Now, granted, that was
Well, yeah, me and
not the best one, but I liked it. That was one of the first CODs that I owned and played.
Thomas, one of my brothers, and then a lot of Thomas's friends, we all played that specific Call of Duty together. I remember putting a lot of
Yeah.
hours into that specific one. I personally really miss Call of Duty Black Ops 3. That's the one that I
No, I think everybody
absolutely
does.
adored.
That one
But
was really good.
sorry, another side note. I was thinking you were talking about all those bugs, and unfortunately, like games will always have bugs when they're first
Yeah,
released, and that scares
that is
away.
that's true.
That scares away
It's more than
so.
usual.
Yeah, that scares
Like,
away so many like new players. And
yeah,
Cyberpunk is the perfect example. They had like the game was pretty
yes,
much broken, and then they
but
finally
but
fixed
they've
it.
had such a good comeback,
Yes, they had a
and
good
it is
comeback,
so good.
but it would have been so much bigger if it just wasn't broken at the
Yeah,
beginning.
well, because they got rushed by higher ups. CD
That's
Projekt Red
exactly what I was gonna say.
told them like, "Hey, it's not ready. We
Yeah,
still need another 6 months."
yeah.
I forget who the parent company is, but they were like, "No, you got to release it now because this is prime money spending hour for video games.
Yeah.
Buy graphs and pie charts and
Hmm.
bullshit.
Well,
And
you
they
know
were
what?
like, you're gonna lose so much money.
Yeah.
You don't realize this.
Hmm.
I think like the biggest factor is just like where you're looking for games, because like some gaming companies are still making like new original shit. Like, but use Bethesda as an example. It wasn't super popular, but like Deathloop, that was like a really
Yeah.
cool,
Mhm.
innovative. Like no one had really done that before. Like that was an interesting game that they kind of took a risk on. But if you're getting
Did it
like
get something
2K,
like awards?
you're signing yourself up for failure. Or like The
Yeah.
Sims, where it's $1,000 worth of DLC. Like
Yeah.
it just depends on where you're looking for your games as well.
Is Sims free? It's free, right? DLCs is
Oh,
deal. Really? I thought like
it's like
Sims 4 was
it,
free.
if you have
Sims.
like the
Oh
Game
no, maybe
Pass,
Sims 3 is free.
but yeah,
I thought
Sims
I saw it on
4
like
is
Epic
like
Games or something like that.
Sims 4,
Sims
I've heard
4 is
it's
like
a
$30.
yeah,
My
huge
God.
money grab because then you also have to buy a whole bunch of packs for it.
Dude, that is not an exaggeration. If you got every single DLC for The Sims 4, it would be worth $1,000. And then actually, funny
Oh.
story, they were working on a Sims 5 and then they released pictures of it and people said it looked so terrible that they just stopped. And they're like, "You know what? We're just going to keep building off a Sims 4."
Oh my
And
Yeah.
it's
gosh.
like, "Okay, so you're just going to
But they will be
keep
adding multiplayer
adding
though.
it's
They
like you're
will be
just going
adding
to keep
multiplayer.
adding more DLC. That's so your plan is to just keep taking money out of people's pockets with DLC instead
Yep.
of making something new." Cool. Cool. Thanks Sims. That's fun.
At least they've got a huge audience though. I will say that's the one thing I respect about The Sims is their ability to retain people. Because like I know my girlfriend loves The Sims. I don't know about you guys, but you know she she buys a couple packs every so often, and I'm like, dog, you gotta save your money, please. And she's like, but
and then
it's so much fun. I want my mods. And I was like,
and then she looks at
oh,
you and be like, "What about your Fortnite skins, Thomas? Are we going to talk about those?" Keep
that's a
your
different
hands off
story.
my Fortnite
But
skins.
but touche.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it goes.
But what I'm trying to say is like Sims was good before EA. Like when
Sure.
Maxis was making Sims before they got acquired by EA. Like you know what was nice about those? You got all that shit for free.
Yeah.
Or at least the amount
Yeah.
of DLC was way smaller. And it's just like now you have to pay your way through it and the base game is still super buggy and doesn't work very well. Like I was trying to play the other day and on my Xbox, newest Xbox, newest console version, and it literally just froze halfway through, or not even. I was halfway through the character creation thing, and I just couldn't press the back button, couldn't press the A button. Like it was moving around, like it knew I was moving my cursor around, but just nothing was
Right.
happening, and the game completely froze and soft locked. And I was literally done with my character, and I was just like,
Damn.
nice.
Okay.
I just spent like 20 minutes making this thing, and now the game's just shit itself, and I have to do it again. Isn't this a lovely game that you charge $40 for still? Like Jesus.
I mean, it sounds about right.
Anyways, Sims just pisses me off.
Yeah. You know what is also
Understandable.
really sad to me in the gaming world? Mobile games. There's still a couple mobile games that have not sold out yet. But when I
Yeah.
say selling out, I mean I have recently been in the mood to play some mobile games again, and I was like, oh, I love this mobile game, and I love that mobile game when I was a kid. I'm gonna get it. And the thing I can think
All
of
ads,
is
all ads.
yes, all I can think of is like
Jetpack Joyride.
Joyride. Angry Birds has sold out. Why
Yeah.
every single time like I shoot a bird, I get like a 45-second ad, and it's like it used to not be like that. And it's like I would get it if
Well,
the app was still free, but I'm pretty sure you have to pay for it
It's
now.
it's a buck ninety
yeah.
nine or like
Yeah,
99 cents.
it
It's
used to be
crazy.
free, but now it's you have to pay for it and you have to watch ads.
And then the worst thing is the Apple Arcade shit, where it's like,
Hmm.
oh yeah, all these games you really like, some of them existed before the Apple Arcade. Yeah, well, now you have to pay a subscription fee just to play these
Yeah.
mobile games. And no, you can't just outright buy them. you just have to pay $5 a month every single month
Yeah.
until you
Yep.
don't want to play them anymore. It's like, bro, mobile games are like $2 a pop, maybe like five if it's a
Yeah.
really good game. Why would I pay $5 a month for mobile games? Like, make it like $1 a month, and maybe I'd start paying that. But like, dude, that's just dumb. Like nobody, like I know some people
Yeah.
use it as well. So not to insult you if you use it, but I'm just like, I guess I just don't play enough mobile games. That's just not a worthwhile investment for me. I did like the free trial, and then I stopped paying for that shit
Yeah. Exactly.
because
It's bad.
It's all like I was talking about this earlier in the podcast. It's it feels like the gaming community and like Toby has made like some great points. It's not every single gaming developer, but a lot of them at least is becoming a money grab, and some of them blend in just because like they kind of need that revenue since they're just not making as much money as they were back then. But it's just it feels like it's such a money grab anymore in most games.
I'm still surprised that like people are paying for stuff in mobile games. Like I don't do that stuff like hardly ever, but I bet there's people
hardly
out there
ever.
that spend like 70% of their paycheck on mobile games.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to think about too. Like
I mean,
the people that are just
so
diehard mobile. Like how do you do that?
the gaming community for mobile games is actually a lot bigger than we think. Like there are YouTube
It is.
channels that specifically talk about mobile games and they get like millions of views. Like
Crazy.
there is a huge mobile community. I feel like the I'm looking at my iPhone right now and the mobile games that I have downloaded right now that I have like no screen time on is Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, Fallout Shelter, and Pokemon Go. Those are the games I have downloaded right now.
Dude, I've been playing some Pokemon Go though.
Mm-hmm. I'm always afraid to mention it because of like the drama around it as always, but
Yeah.
I'm a Pokemon fan. You guys can see some of the Pokemon cards right here in the
Yeah.
background. I'm a Pokemon fan. And they're making some great updates to Pokemon Go. Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah.
Take
I
a
just did a
leap.
raid with like five of my machining buddies this morning.
Yeah.
See, I think the thing we're neglecting to consider as people who've just always owned consoles is like the barrier to entry for phone games is so low. Because like a
Yeah.
lot of people, they don't like gaming enough or they just don't know enough about it to like buy a whole like, even like used like a $200 console and like play that for their first game. Their first game experience is going to be on their phone.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, and that's for like
For sure.
kids or like older people who didn't grow up with video games or just people who didn't happen to have a console. Like I feel like that is definitely a driving force for why so many people play mobile games. And
Yes.
there are good ones. Like there are definitely are good ones. I play a game called Retro Bowl a lot. That's really fun. I
Yeah.
play a game
Yeah.
called NBA. I think it's like NBA League or NBA Dream. And that's kind of similar. It's like a sports game. Like there are really good mobile games out there. It's just like, again, I guess also with gaming in general, there's just so much slop. Like there's
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
stuff that's actually just malware
So
that you
much
can download
trash
on
to
your
filter
phone
through.
if you don't know anything about gaming.
Yes.
So
And I feel like a, a couple of things that have been changing in the gaming world, making it grow more, because I feel like there are a lot more gamers than there has been. With mobile gaming, with console, with PC, is COVID-19. COVID happened. People were,
Yeah.
I mean, stuck in their buildings in a
Hmm.
lot of countries, and like they needed stuff to do. And I mean, there's only so many Lego sets you can build, and there's only so many coloring books you can order. So a lot of people got
Fair.
mobile gaming,
Fair.
and I feel like a lot of people that got into console gaming is because of streamers and YouTubers they would watch. One
Yeah,
specific
dude, that's when that
streamer,
shit popped off.
exactly. One specific streamer, shout out to her that I can think of right now is Happy Happy Gal. Happy Happy Gal, I watch the process of her having so many of her followers buy consoles, buy laptops just to play Fortnite. Like
That's crazy.
she got her community onto Fortnite. She used to play Apex Legends as a main, but like that's just what I'm saying is like streamers have like so much power if they have like a community being built where they are actually like growing with them.
For real. For real. I definitely saw that with some of the smaller streamers I watched
Mm-hmm.
during that. Because there's a guy
Yeah.
that I used to watch for Destiny, and he like I would be in streams of like 15 people. I could actually have a conversation with them, and then Destiny was releasing a bunch of shit as it normally does, but it was like one of the better drops, and everybody was coming back, and he shoots up to like 10,000 people, and I'm like, fuck, where did all these people come from?
Yeah. Yeah.
just one day I clicked on a stream and he's got like 7,000 people. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh damn.
I mean, streamers. I don't know if every streamer like even realizes what they can do for the gaming community, but like when Toby used to stream, I would be one of his viewers, and he would play
Yes,
games that I never heard of, and I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that's on the Xbox Game Pass! Like, I'm downloading that." Like, if if these smaller gaming developers like come out with a game, that's what they need to do. Start doing like partnerships with like streamers, and be like, "Hey,
for
if you
sure,
play
for
this
real.
for like a couple of streams, we'll do this for you." Or like even like honestly, like I stream if a game developer would hit me up and be like, "Hey, you get a free shirt if you stream this for like 3 days in a row," I'll be like, "Yeah." Like I
A
feel
free
like
Light
shirt.
work.
I think that would really help broaden up the gaming world today, since so many people are stuck on the mainstream
For
video
sure.
games.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, even now, think about it. How many games recently have exploded just because of content creators making stuff about it?
Yeah.
Like
True. A lot of indie
Phasmophobia, Lethal
Yes.
Company,
Yeah.
Headliners.
Mhm.
What's that? Repo,
Yeah.
like Liar's Bar,
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
Buckshot Roulette, like all these different games that were popularized just because streamers are playing them. And Fortnite is a huge example, but that's not. We're
yeah,
talking more about indie games.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
anyways, like that is such a great platform for like games to get noticed because I mean, Headliners, we've been playing a bunch of that. I
Mhm.
noticed that
yeah,
because a bunch of streamers were playing it, like Markiplier was
Yeah.
playing it, and that shit, and like same for like Liar's Bar or Lethal
yeah.
Company, or we don't play
I remember
Phasmophobia,
seeing
but
a
like
lot
that's
of Lethal
another
Company.
example.
Mhm.
Like that shit was
Exactly.
just super popular for content creators, so a bunch of people started playing them. Like I
Yes.
All
think
of
the
those have
the
really
newest
big
example
boons.
would be Schedule One. Like that was
Yes.
like a
Yeah,
small
Huge.
one developer indie game, and then a bunch of streamers started playing it. And now that one indie developer probably has more money than he ever thought he could ever earn
yeah,
off of
Yeah.
any game.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
300,000 people are just playing that game daily. That's not even like how many people bought it. Like 300,000
yeah,
people are just live playing
yeah.
that game, and it's just like
Not to
holy
mention,
shit.
it's $30 too, I may add.
It's not
That
cheap.
is
It is
that
not
is
cheap.
over 300,000 people paying $30
Yes. Yeah.
for a game made by a small team, a one
Wait,
guy team.
I want to look it up.
Like I'm assuming that was a small team that made that game. That is
Yeah.
crazy.
And I think that should give a lot of hopes to a lot of
Oh
these
yeah.
a lot of, I mean, honestly, college students and just people who love to code and develop games. Like I think that should
Hmm.
give a lot of hope. Like reach out to streamers. I can
Bruh.
promise you, so, like at least one streamer will be interested to promote your game
For
and just
real.
have fun with it.
For real.
So as of March 30th, Schedule Run reaches peak player count of 414,000 concurrent players.
Gosh.
That's
And as of
crazy.
May 30th, even though it's still in early access, Schedule One was the fourth most played Steam game that month.
That's
Damn.
huge. And what's
That's
even
Like,
more
dude,
crazy.
from
crazy?
a small developer
Yes,
who didn't even
exactly.
expect like 1,000 people to get their game.
What's
Like, that is
yeah,
insane.
yeah. And what's even more crazy is I didn't hear anything about like the servers
No.
crashing or
Mhm.
anything. It's like he did
Yeah, which is kind of
really
crazy.
well. He did really well with putting the game together from ins and outs. So like props to him because that's an
I mean,
insane job.
yeah. I mean, 2K
Wow.
servers crash every single
Mm-hmm.
Christmas when they come out, and that is
Yeah.
like a very
I mean,
predictable pattern. Like, dude
Yes.
didn't even know that many people are gonna play, and the game was still
Yep.
fine.
And just like Fortnite, a massive, massive company, after every single season, there's at least like 5 hours of downtime once they
yeah.
release it because the servers
hmm
aren't working. Like, it's crazy that like that one developer which killed it that had like over 400,000 on his brand new game, like it was fine, but these huge, massive like corporations pretty much taking so much money can't even like handle like a new launch
Right. Yeah.
when they have a
Same
whole
thing.
team.
Same thing with COD too.
Yeah,
Same thing with COD. When
yeah,
COD releases, bad servers always.
yeah,
But then
Always.
Repo or any new multiplayer indie game is always just okay.
yeah.
I remember hearing about headliners coming out, and it was like 200,000 downloads in the first couple hours, or whatever, or whenever it broke out, it was like 200,000 downloads like immediately. Like it was a lot from that video popping off, and it skyrocketed. It's still up there too. There's still a lot of people playing it,
Mm-hmm.
but COD gets millions of people first day, and it's just
Yeah,
dead.
exactly.
You can't get into a game for like hours, or
I
maybe not
mean,
even.
to be
Or I mean, you
fair,
can't load into the game.
I don't know anything about servers, so I
Yeah,
can't say that much. But I definitely feel like there's a difference in the type of lobbies.
That's
Because
fair.
like
Yeah.
there's a difference between like what, like 100 people playing at once in a Fortnite lobby versus like 4 people playing together for Lethal
oh
Company.
yeah. I mean, there's
But
definitely a
comma, I
difference.
still get your point. Like these are also much, they have a larger audience because they're much larger companies.
Yeah,
And again, especially for like 2K where it's they release a new game every single year, and every single year the servers crash on opening day because everyone's getting on their new game. It's like,
Yep.
how are you guys not ready for this? Like this seems
Yeah.
predictable.
yeah,
But
Even though they
wah wah
like
wah.
put out on Instagram like, hey, who's ready, who's excited, we are, and then just can't do anything for the first day.
exactly.
Excited to look at a loading screen for the
Yeah,
next
Yeah.
12 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
your queue number is
yeah,
this number, and you're like 300,000 something, and it's like your expected wait time is 8 hours.
Bless
What
me.
the hell? What the hell?
yeah, yeah.
Like that's wild.
Unfortunately, fellas, I think it's that time.
I think it's that time.
It's unfortunate. It is
I feel
unfortunate.
like I feel like that's a succinct little place to end it. As gamers, of course, we have to end off our gaming discussion video with a 20-minute rant about why gaming sucks now, because
Yeah.
every gamer is instantly a boomer as soon as they pass the age of 20.
exactly.
Um,
That is vintage. I will put that in. We are vintage.
we are
We are.
vintage.
All right, guys. It's that time again. Unfortunately, we got to cut it here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. We definitely had fun talking, sharing our experiences, and letting you guys know our opinions about state of gaming. Hope we didn't bore too many of you, but
Thanks again for joining us on this mostly rant-filled episode. We hope you enjoyed it. At least we hope you agreed with some of our points. But just thanks again for listening or watching. If you get to see our beautiful faces today, give us a like if you liked that.
this was the first time.
As Toby said, make sure to leave a like on the YouTube video if you're watching on YouTube, and make sure to leave us 5 stars on Spotify if you're watching there, and comment down below what is your favorite gaming memory. Thanks for listening / watching.